Welcome everyone, and today we will be reviewing the iPad mini 6 and talking all about the situations that you can use it in. So let's start. So what are the new things in the iPad mini 6? Well, we did get a new design, USB Type-C, bigger display, better camera, and much more. And you know what? We also did get the A15 chip, which even did not come in the iPad Air 4, which really, that does not make sense. But aside from the A15 chip, as I have mentioned, there are very new stuff and unique for this mini iPad because it is really the iPad mini Pro. So first, let's start with the design and with the good things about the new squared off design. So this year, the design has finally changed to the lovely squared off design, which we were really waiting for a very long time. And I am very excited for the new design as it looks very cool and very stylish. The design is very good in the hand and does not irritate you while holding it, which was a really big downside for me for the older iPad mini 5. But talking about the iPad mini 5, the iPad mini 5 had the lightning port, the worst port in existence, guys. Finally, we got the USB Type-C port finally on the iPad mini 6, which was amazing with importing photos and importing files. USB Type-C is the best in the class. Well, Thunderbolt and Thunderbolt 4 are better, but it's only for the pro guys, and they only give them like Thunderbolt 4 guys. That's, if you want to pay $1,000 or more bucks for it, you do you. But really, that's all what we have about the design. So let's talk about the power that we get in this iPad, which is frankly amazing. With around the 3 to 4 weeks that I have been using this iPad, it was super cool to use. And it is very powerful. And I actually edited the iPhone 13 Pro review, which you actually should check out, which is linked down in the description down below. I did edit it with it and was great. It was fast while exporting, uploading. It was the best editing experience on an iPad that I ever had. But the one downside with it is that small screen, which is really the main selling point of the device. And really, the iPad mini 6 is not made for editing, it's made for very light photo editing because, right, it is still an 8.3-inch display, which is much bigger than the older iPad mini 5, which is actually from the iPad mini 1 to the iPad mini 5. It was the same 7.5 inches, but now we got the 8.3 inch, which is very nice and very cool and much better. But I would really recommend the iPad. Really, that's why I won't recommend it for full-fledged video editors on iPad. But I would recommend it for checking events, checking scripts, planning out days, planning out subchunks, which I actually do every day. And I have been using the iPad mini 6 with it all of the time for the last 3 weeks, and it was a very pleasant experience. But the power with it is the A15 Bionic, as we said, and it is actually the A15 that is in the 13 Pro, which really trounced the 2020 iPad Pro and iPad Air with their A14 chip, and was really a very powerful competitor to the M1 chip on the MacBook Air and the MacBook Pro, and was holding itself on a 10th gen Intel Core i9 CPU, which was actually very great to see how a small device, an iPad, a fanless small device, can have this much power. Really amazes me. Which, really, the power, you will never use it. Like, it has a small display, so what are you gonna use all this power for? It's not like you're editing 7K footage or 8K footage on that. But the small screen market for the iPad mini is really big don't think that I'm not saying that it's big, and it is used for lots of stuff, as I have showed you, and I have actually used it very personally. And I kept the iPad Mini 6 just to use it as a coordination stuff for all of the stuff that I'm doing. And also, if you're a videographer or something, you can use it to control your camera that I'm using right now with the iPad Mini, or use it to record your audio. Also, the display was beautiful to look at. It was stunning. The colors were very bright and vibrant, and was the best display I have ever seen on a small device like it. But quick thing, are you subscribed to the Adrian Review? Well, why aren't you? Last time we gave AirPods Pro while we hit 150 subscribers, and now we're gonna even do bigger prizes. So guys, subscribe guys. Yeah guys, subscribe and you might win. And using the iPad Mini 6 with the Apple 2 is even greater. But the problem is when you're holding it in portrait mode, it is very inconvenient because the Apple Pencil is as tall as the iPad Mini 6, so it's very hard to hold it. But when you're holding it in landscape, there is no problem. And talking about landscape, the new speakers that are very cool, very powerful, and I really like it. They're very loud and very intuitive to use, and the sound was very clear. One other inconvenience is the new placement of the volume buttons, which are actually now on the same side of the Touch ID button, which I'm very excited for them to implement the new Touch ID on a power button, and I'm really hoping for it to come in the iPhone 14s, as it did not come on the iPhone 13s, but what can we do? But as I said, they won't really be an inconvenience for you a lot. It was pretty hard for me getting used to it, but it's okay, you just need to adjust your learning curve. And the cameras were great, especially the one with center stage, which is very cool. But if you're buying with this device for only center stage, don't buy it if you don't want the iPad mini. Just get the iPad 9, it has center stage and has everything if you really want center stage. And the mic quality was also good with FaceTime calls and everything. And really, the iPad Mini 6 is good for lots of situations, as I have stated. And it's a very cool device with using it as a pilot, as something, as a doctor taking notes, or as a student taking notes in a college class, or anything. And it's the best with taking notes, literally. And split screen multitasking was not really that bad with it, but I don't really recommend it with this iPad. But guys, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with the friend guys. And subscribe to the Adrian Review right here.